Unmute.
Setting up the technology here. Recording.
But it's the same Google Meet yesterday.
Yeah, same one.
Okay, then.
I'll do one thing. I'll come there only.
Right.
Then it becomes very easy.
So
Then
you're not visible there, huh?
no, I won't be visible. No, because the problem I'll tell you. I am on that 4G. Then only I can go live.
Oh, got it.
Otherwise, it will not. This is unfair.
Can't hear.
Ah.
Yeah. Now you can talk.
I am not able to audio output for me, but there's no audio.
Audio will come
Now you-
here.
How it is now? Okay.
Will come. You have to now.
Oh, okay. I will mute.
I mean, just
What is connecting?
No. Let him mute it.
no.
I mute.
You should use this one. That means I should not mute. 1 minute. Asking to be. Oh, you have to allow.
1 second. Today is a real karma only.
You have unmuted, no?
No, you have to join because you should allow. The moment allow, now then you have to, and then also.
Okay.
You're done.
Yeah, done.
Now
No.
No.
I'm perfectly okay. You have to mute all of you.
I have muted.
Okay. You can hear?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
We are-
So now the technology is set.
We are in the same table, but 3 pictures.
Coverage of everybody. That's good.
All coverage together is yeah.
Kind of okay. But spotlight is on the right person.
Guys sleeping. Okay, now come on. Okay, so let's start. So we finished 3. Yesterday we finished 3. You've forgotten all about
Lata
it.
is not visible. Why?
No, she's made.
Still no. You're visible. They're not here. See?
Some one part.
And what you have to do? You keep it this way. I think it may be both visible. Little this way.
That's okay. Now she has come somehow.
Okay.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. You should more close, otherwise the audio will not be good. It can be a little bit.
Okay. So all IT things. So yesterday what we were talking is that we have this Purusha Sukta and Narayana Sukta way. Then Viveka Chudamani or the Shankaracharya is Jnana Marga. And then we ended up with Madhvacharya and Ramanujacharya. The thing is that in what way I'm trying. So every trial should be given for 6 months in whichever path. Now, if that is not going to work, let's say, that is, I'm getting confused on Shankaracharya. Better to go to Bhagavad Gita. Yep. So Bhagavad Gita, if I were to practice, it is good amount of time. So the test of whether I have understood Bhagavad Gita or not is 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17 chapters. So 12 and 13 is the key to that entire. So if I, so
12 is
knower and the knower of the field, yes, knower,
12 is
bhakti, yes. So knower and knower of the field will tell me what is the difference between me and Brahman, and when the me will go away and when Brahman only. So I can use it for Advaita or I can use it for Dvaita, whichever way. And then 12th chapter is most important because if I say Sanatana Dharma, like what he keeps on using, is only 12th chapter. The last verse says that if this is not there, there is not Dharma at all. So if we were to say I'm a Sanatani, I'm this, I'm that, and all that is in 40 things. Of the 40 qualities. If the 40 qualities are there, then what happens is it will wash out all the vasanas. And then the Kshetra Kshetrajna becomes experiential reality. Once that happens, I can go back to 10th chapter because I'll be seeing the Virat Rupa. So what happens there is, if you see the Virat Rupa, you will actually see a huge inferno, uh, huge one, which is consumes everything, including the person and everything. So basically, then you will find that uh, somebody going in and somebody going out without a trace. That's the very first time you will see the body integration, disintegration, and the burning of eyes, burning of ears, nose, tongue, skin, and all that. So all the five indriyas has that fire. It starts. You can see burning. So when I see someone, I'm burning with desire. When I hear something, I'm burning with desire to hear. So I see that the fuel which is being given with that Virat Rupa keeps on eating, consuming. So the testimony of success is to see the Virat Rupa of practicing Bhagavad Gita. If that is not working, so I tried one Purusha Sukta, that didn't work, Narayana Sukta, that didn't work, then Shankaracharya Path, that didn't work, then the Bhakti which we spoke about, that's the only thing which will work, irrespective of whether you are a good person or a bad person or ugly person or whatever person. You have to keep that as the only refuge. Go, because nothing I'm experiencing. I might know the subject, but I am not experiencing. So this is what I can say. With Bhagavad Gita, it ends basically on the path from Hindu or Upanishad or Veda or whatever person. This is a separate one. So that has got nothing to do with this. Now, if you come to Patanjali Yoga Sutra as such, it's a highly practical but relies on ethics. So without yama and niyama, nothing is going to work. So I might be fooling myself that I have all yama, and so yama is a rules and niyama is a regulation. So regulation are internal, rules are external. So I first put an external rule and regulate internal. So if I am having um, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, this is external. External to me, right? So when I see Ranjini or Bhatt or you or myself, I have to leave myself and put everything on how I'm seeing, how I'm hearing, how I'm tasting, how I'm touching and smelling in each one of them. So then I have to have yama, so which is ahimsa. So my sight should be having ahimsa, the sound should whatever I hear, like that. Now if I do that right, then I come to the regulation inside. So shaucha, cleanliness, santosha, swadhyaya, tapas swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhana. If I do these 5 plus 5, which will take a considerable amount of years, then yama niyama asana. So I pick up a posture which is comfortable for um, all the time, meaning while being awake and while walking and talking and all that. So that is the asana. Then I do pranayama. Okay. This pranayama and the Hatha Yoga Pradipika's pranayama are two different things. They are not. If I am having yama and niyama, then the prana doesn't go out. So I have made a yama rule on prana, when it should go out and when it should not go out. So when I don't want it to go out, it will not go out. So I'm not losing my energy. So Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. So now I don't give ahara at all. So there is no food given to the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. If that stage is completely fulfilled, then dharana, dhyana, samadhi automatic. So there is not no thing I need to further do
The spark really Yoga Sutra.
by itself. It is got. So even though up to samadhi.
Samadhi is a realization.
No. It is
Even I have recognized, even if you get samadhi, there is a chance that you will miss the Brahman.
yeah. It is always abhija. So it's not going to work. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra.
It will not work. You
No.
may get the realization.
No. You'll get. All of this takes you to realization, but
Yeah.
not about.
That is fine. At least realization will come.
Absolutely, it will come. So there is nothing to stop you from getting realized.
Yeah. Otherwise, difficult.
Yeah.
But has light is
Yeah, it is come. So now he is enlightened.
It is automatic.
the light has.
You don't have to turn your like this.
Yes. So basically, if
You
we
can also sit like this so that you don't have to turn.
yes. So basically, what we say as Shad Darshana ends here. 6 darshanas. The 3 of them, that is Purva Mimamsa and Nyaya Vaisheshika. Purva Mimamsa is based upon Brahmana majorly, that is the rituals at what we're doing, and then the little bit of Upanishad, not full of Upanishad, but complete on the Vedas, especially Rig and Sama Veda. So if Yajurveda and Rig Veda. Sama Veda is if you want to do the same thing with music, meaning you want to have a chandas and you want to recite, it helps. So it is called as Nada Brahma. So then using the sound you can get into realization. Okay, so there are in Vedas, Atharva is without fear. So if you want to do something without fear, you let go of fear, then you go to Atharva. You want to shake yourself up, then you come to Rig Veda. Then if you want to deepen your knowledge, go to Yajurveda. If you want to go through the Nada Brahma, then you Sama Veda. If you want to leave the fear, go to Atharva. This is how the 4 Vedas are. So if somebody
Atharva,
is
can you explain that?
Tharva. Tharva means shaking.
Atharva means example of that.
Atharva has these yantras and it has medicine.
Tantrika.
Not tantric. It has the technology with which there are shlokas with which you can invoke whatever you want. So it has that capacity to invoke, or it can manifest.
Invoke the energies.
Invoke the energy. So Harva is to shake.
For example, anybody has done that?
I don't know. I have some shlokas, so next time I'll bring and tell you what happens with that shloka.
With the Bija Mantra.
Yeah. Not Bija Mantra is separate. That is a different one. So that is that sound is with Samaveda little bit, but majorly they have found out what sound will produce what kind of energies effect. Like Om is at 110 hertz. So if you practice it properly, then you get into Samana. That is your 3 past, future, present. All the 3 will get balanced and it will nullify. So you come into nothingness, no thing there. So it becomes silence. So you'll get that.
This, for example, Taittiriya Upanishad is Shukla Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda.
Yes.
Then the last part, that realization, then Ahamannado, like that it goes.
Correct.
Pradamaja, like that it comes.
That's correct. So what they have done is all of these Upanishads.
And they brought this Samaveda also together.
It is totally Samaveda. So
But it's coming under Yajurveda.
It will come under Yajurveda. So what I am trying to tell you is, if you want to deepen knowledge, it is Yajurveda. But you can use Samaveda, the sound way of analysis.
In Bhagavad Gita also, no, in all the Vedas, I am the
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Aham
it's
Samvedosmi. That means that is upmost in the Vedas.
no, it's not like that. You see the nada, the sound. Om.
Brahman.
Om is the starting.
Yeah.
Okay, Om is the sound. If you want to practice using sound, it cannot be anything other than Samaveda. So,
Om is Samveda.
no, Om, that chanting,
Ah.
the way you should be chanting. There are 5 ways of
Ah.
chanting Om. One is you just say Om.
So melodious.
You just say Om.
Ah.
Then you say Om. Om. That is second.
Yeah.
Then you say Om. That's how to do.
Samveda.
So there are various, there are 5. There are no many 5 ways of doing it. The 5th way will create a chandas. So it goes on Anushtup chandas.
That Gayatri mantra is Anushtup.
Anushtup only. So ultimately, it will bring everything together into Gayatri. Then you invoke Savitri. So it's a whole. So you should get initiated if you want to get into this route. With
Anything and everything you say, everything has to be initiated.
this one, so you,
Gayatri Chandana, Gayatri Chandana,
yeah. So
Savita Devata, Gayatri Susa, Prajapati Rishi, Brahmagni Vayavaditya Devata.
I think we should start with some chanting. What? In 5-10 minutes.
I think I should give him that. He loves it.
I like to hear it.
No, he loves it. He has learned it, and we should give him that
I think
opportunity.
every day.
to connect
No.
with him what it is.
Every day in the morning you give 10 minutes. You're chanting.
No, we will do one thing. We will close at 9:15 and we'll give him 15 minutes to do that. Or in the beginning, we'll give him.
I really like to hear it.
From home it is easy, but this is office.
No, what?
Doesn't matter.
I'm okay.
The voice doesn't go so.
I'm okay. Actually, I love it.
You should do it.
Nice, actually.
No, I like to hear it. It gives that
Resonance.
resonance. Yes.
Say prepare yourself for any one recitation, 15 minutes.
But doesn't need any
No
preparation.
preparation is that 5 minutes.
Impromptu. So you can, if you have something, you can ask him to chant.
And he will chant. He is more than happy to chant. So anyway, so the first, the Veda way is and Bhakti both are initiation oriented. It cannot be practiced.
Also initiation oriented.
Somebody should put his
Ashirvadam.
Ashirvada has to be there. And
Maybe mother.
see, any person who would,
Or is it an eligible person?
pardon?
Is it anybody, somebody, or an eligible person?
Eligible person. See, you let us say I want to see Narayana. Yeah. Now somebody should have seen Narayana, and that person has to initiate or just bless him. May you
Okay,
get that.
whoever has seen Narayana has to bless him.
Or whoever knows Narayana should.
The Sattvic people blessing is equally.
No, that is a very superficial level. It is good, but if you really consider, that is.
They have the achievers.
So
But such
that,
people are.
I'm coming back to that. Hey, hold on for a second.
Don't see.
You know, when I touch this person, I'm passing my energy to her.
Yes.
To her. If I am sensual, I am touching, and that gets into a sensual touch. If I am touching with divine, I'm passing the divine touch. So generally, you are not supposed to touch the head of the person because you are directly.
Even they don't allow to touch it. Few days back, I attended one program. His full family is full of this. This person is software engineer working in this company. When my guru, Dr. Vakar, his son's and the son's Nayana's reception. This guy came and gave and left, and then he chanted also. Amazing. Just telling you should not touch others' leg. Like that power, the connection. You should keep his head exactly 6 inch away. You have to do it like this. This hand should come to this.
The head is not.
Touching is equal to that person is losing his power too.
No, it's not. It doesn't really work that way. But what he says is right. Head is north. Feet is south. Okay. There are 2 ways you can pull the energy of the person. One way of pulling the energy is touch the feet. I mean, it depends on how much energy you have in the first
Mm.
place. So either to pull or to take or
Okay.
whatever it is. It's not just I touch her and her energy is totally drained and he goes, I don't know what happened. That's not going to happen. But generally, if you take a lady, if she's menstruating or she's finished her menstrual cycle, 5 days after the menstrual cycle, the 5 days of menstrual plus 5 days, 10 days. Within that this five, she will her whole body is opened. Okay? So if I were to touch either the head or the feet, what happens is she will lose the energy because the egg will shrink. Basically, what you're trying to do is to suck her out. Okay? So she'll get into diseases, or I'm passing my sensuality to her, that feeling to her, and she'll get into something else. So generally, to avoid these kind of things, you don't touch the head or the feet. Whatever you want to do, you do touching the head or feet. You can touch any other part of the body, like you can touch the palm or hand or whatever you want to touch, but not the feet because it is south and head is north.
Both you have
Ah.
accumulated.
So if somebody is a very noble person, he wants to give the jnana and he can touch on the head, immediately that person gets that knowledge.
Yeah, somewhere I read. One touch the feet of a then monk.
Yeah,
Some of
you're
your karma will also become. They say you don't please go and touch. And so I think when they bless also, they will not, if you observe, they will not touch everybody's head.
Yeah, so it is better. See, if you just want to bless in general, you just do it with your hand far
Far
distance.
away.
That is better because this is the mudra. Okay, with this also you can pass the energy, but we don't know we are passing energy in the first place. First of all, we don't know we are generating energy. Forget about passing energy.
One thing I observed, my old Maruti car, I had put remote. Somewhere distance, no, it can sense up to beyond which. And even if I'm beyond, I used to keep here and then click. This used to act like antenna. That means this is the energy center. Nowhere in the hand or anywhere. You can try. You go with your remote up to some distance, then it will stop. Then put your remote here, then you try. It works.
Fine. So
Energy is there. Brahmarandra.
it is there. See, absolutely.
Around us, the energy is there. We are not feeling it. Sometimes you feel it.
When I see someone, I'm either sucking energy from that person, or I'm giving energy, or I'm neutral. So just like you have positive charge and negative charge and neutral, same principle is same. So if I keep on uttering Samaveda, I'm generating energy. For that you require initiation. There is no other way you can learn. Now for what Veda class you are going, the good thing for you. But you should get initiated. Simple. You can't just recite. I know you like it. So what I'm trying to tell you is, you should do what you like rather than doing what you don't like. Or
Yeah. What I like, I should do.
it is sattvic only. So then three things one has to do. One is to find the right teacher. Think how to find right teacher. I don't know, but that's the thing.
Teacher comes to us, like so one step. Somewhere like
That is how it is said. That is on the olden ages. Now you can't really find it like that. See, earlier system was that you have place where you can go and meet, discuss, debate, find out whether it's the right teacher or not. That's what even Viveka Chudamani talks about. How to find a teacher, how to find a
because
student.
of your punya, it will happen automatically.
No, it will
this
happen.
knowledge. If you have desire, it will happen.
Desire will be there with everyone. You might meet some people, like we are meeting.
Okay. I will give the same example.
So now, how long?
I joined ABB.
That's correct. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, we have met, but every journey has an end, and every journey will open up like a V. You can take this path or you can take that path. So that means we cannot guarantee ourselves that okay, this is going to continue forever. It might or might not continue. So when I go to a guru, I am going to a guru with an intention to find out how I should find out within myself. That's the whole idea, right? Even when I join a course, even with software or whatever, I am joined that course not to be part of that course forever. I am joined that course to learn what it is and then
come
say
back.
goodbye, and be on my own. So this is the same thing. Only thing is that here you have to, just like we dedicate in the office, we have to dedicate for this also. That is the only thing. But finding the guru is like finding an institute where they'll teach. So you have to search. That's how you searched and you found a person. Just like we get enrolled, the same thing is initiation. There's nothing like anything different is going to happen. There they charge, here it is this guy will say, please come, I will teach you. Then you evaluate. You are evaluating that institute, whether they are teaching right or wrong, or you are happy or not happy. Same thing with this teacher, whether what is he teaching is making sense or not. Can I learn software on my own? It's possible, right? That is called Shramana. The next marga is Shramana marga. After this, whatever we spoke about, six philosophical school, then you have two more schools, which is Shramana marga. One is Buddha and one is Jina or Jain, Mahavira. These are the two schools which doesn't believe in going through a proper education system, where you would say you start with Veda and then you do this. Their question is, if you were to do it, you lose your life.
So they don't have that Veda as their.
When you say Veda as a pramana, it's like asking, do they believe in this institute or not? They don't believe in any institute.
No, what is their then fund?
Their funda is you find on your own. Shramana.
They don't have any books or something for that?
No.
It's through Guru.
You are your own guru.
They have Guru, no?
No. No. They find it for themselves on their own shrama. That's the reason it's called Shramana.
But they,
Yeah, go
like,
ahead.
Ela Acharya, there are so many Acharyas there, and then they take Diksha from Guru and then completely they change
Now,
Laukika to Alaukika.
now that is how it is. I'm talking about when Buddha or when Mahavira or even Parshvanatha or
Yes.
Rishabha, all these are Jain Munis. There are
Yes,
24 Tirthankaras.
Yes,
Right. They were never initiated by anyone.
on their own.
They're on their own and they get the knowledge. They get the Kaivalya
Yes,
knowledge.
But on their own they reach means, and then why you are putting them under Jainism? Just
No. See, they have a principle. They will come to know what Jain earlier Muni was there. They find it on their own. See, I'll tell you how.
I was thinking they have some Gurukula, they have understood. Then they
No,
have,
like in the case of Gautama, he found out that there are 2,500 Buddhas of the past. So he found out in which time frame, where, which Buddha was there. Then previous to him, like that. So he found out how many Buddhas were there.
yes.
In the same way, Mahavira was able to find out how many Tirthankaras were there before. Through his own. Nobody came and told in his ear, this guy is a Tirthankara or this guy is Tirthankara. Okay.
Jainism is this, the first part of Yama Niyama.
No. Don't add like that. No. Mahavira's principle is or Jain principle is totally different. You just because ahimsa, paramo dharmaha, what he put, and satya aste is there, you don't say that, oh, it's part of Patanjali. Patanjali is a late entrant.
Yeah.
If you go to Rishabh, he is 40,000 year old.
He lived,
He was 40,000
Years ago.
years ago started. Patanjali is where? He is minuscule.
Yes, he has put things together.
No, that's all.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to undermine. So we shouldn't combine. We shouldn't add up.
Chronology point of view.
Yeah, this is of past. So if you go to the first Buddha, he even beats Rishabh like that.
First Buddha is that in our shloka, Buddha Avtara Rama Chitrasmin. That Buddha, right?
That no, you leave that. That is where the whole when I take this, when I try matching this, then I have to either forcefully match it because it almost looks same, or I have to do something, right? Either I have to divide it or I have to combine it. They are nothing to do with combining or dividing or anything. They stand on their own. Just like the Shad Darshana stand on their own. You don't require anybody to add it or multiply it and say that this equals that. In fact, if you go to each of the Shad Darshana, they are separate on its own. Their philosophy is totally different. But we have put it under one umbrella. If you go to Sankhya, and if you go to Vaisheshika, they both are not same. There's a huge difference. If you read all the 32 volumes of Vaisheshika, you will come to know that Sankhya's 18 volumes of Sankhya has got nothing to do with Vaisheshika. If you go to Nyaya, it is totally different. So you can't then, I can't then say that, oh, Nyaya equals this and Vaisheshika equals that. And what is the meaning of Pramana? Veda Pramana means what? That means I accept that Vedas has a foundation. So if I were to ask, what is your foundation? What is that you believe in? Then I can say Veda is my Pramana. Not because it is Apaurusheya or because of something. So we have glorified it. But if you were to ask the 7 rishis, Saptarshis, they found something and they have written down saying that Bharadwaja has written this and Angirasa has written this and then Vishwamitra has written this. Like that, if we were to go each one of them and we find commonality and we find the synchronization. If somebody were to ask, who is your master? Then I can say Bharadwaja. So Bharadwaja Gotrodbhavasya. So that means Bhava means became. So Bharadwaja was there and he became my what is preceptor or my guru or whatever. And I'm following the teachings of Bharadwaja, not the Rig Veda as such.
Yeah, Vishwamitra, Bharadwaja, Gautama, 7.
Out of that, which one?
It is their family, right?
Correct. So when I say I belong to that clan, do you know which section of Rig Veda they have given? So then how can you claim yourself to be like
I
that?
am not aware that they have given us. Today only I came to know. I thought it is Apaurusheya, somebody says that.
No, no, it's not like that. So Angirasa has given out of 1498 mandalas, 346 mandalas are from Angirasa.
Oh.
So you should know everything about Angirasa. If I say my Gotra is Angirasa, that means I know everything about what Angirasa did and how he did his penance, and after Angirasa who was there, who followed him, then after that who followed him. I have no idea.
4 Vedas from these people, huh?
3 Vedas.
3 Vedas.
4th Veda is totally different. It's on its own. So that's the reason it is always called 3 Veda. Trivedi.
Yes.
The Chaturvedi is a new entrant. So and in that only 2. That is Yajur and Rig. Only 2.
But that is done by separation by the Rishi. The name of that Rishi, it comes from
Vyasa.
Vyasa. Vyasa is separated.
Yes, he is separated. So when I like, in my case, my family believes in Haritasa.
What is that?
Haritasa Gotra.
It's a separate Gotra.
Yes, Haritasa Gotra. Now, if I were to ask, is it part of the Saptarshis? No. Then who is Haritasa? Actually, he was a caretaker. He was a servant for these 7 people. So what do I become? If I were to take, I'm a caretaker. I'm a servant, right? Am I a Brahmana in that case?
Brahmajnana iti Brahmana.
That's correct, but none of us are Brahmajnanis.
There is no jati.
Correct. But see, if somebody were to ask you, are you a Brahmana? What will you
Today,
say?
so I think you have to say I'm Dalita or Dalita.
No, no,
Only
no,
two.
no. Wait. If you were to be asked, are you a Brahmana? We say,
Don't
yes,
know.
I am a Brahmana. Now we have to say, I don't know. That is separate. But if somebody were to ask, somebody were
As a
to ask,
caste, you say
as
I'm
a,
a Brahmin.
I am Brahmin. So I will even write Brahmin. Then I will say Smartha. Then I will say Madhva. I will write. What stupid yaar, you don't even know who has contributed into what, right?
Actually, the same thing happened. Waves. Karna Sambutra. Sambutra is not coming in that seven. Went and told one small girl, still going, are not Brahmin. So they are in Kerala. Things are very close. So maybe something different. Right away I told her. Next time I went, he was very down. He said, I came to know from you that we are not Brahmin. Imagine her fate. Then I said simply lighter way I did it. You are Pakka Brahmin, don't tell.
Yeah.
She went and told her friends, Christian friends, that I am not Brahmin.
So see the
Now
another
I got the answer from you for that.
yeah. So if the Brahmin, if I say I'm a Brahmana, that means I have the Brahma Jnana. If I already have a Brahma Jnana, it doesn't matter what designation or title you are going to give me. Let's say even for that reason, I call myself as a Brahmin. Then many things have to be in place. I am not brought anything. I am not taking anything. Should have been experienced. Clear. That's the first step.
Anyway, I think this Brahmin discussion is not that effective. The reason is there are three types of Brahmin. Brahmana, Karma Brahmana, and Guna, the real Brahmana. Karma Brahmana. A Karma Brahmana is a person who is doing that rituals. He is a Karma Brahmana. That's it. There is no other meaning for that. Those who are doing priest and all that. And one more Brahmana. Yeah, another is that reading Veda, Gita, and all. That's another type of Brahmana. The real Brahmana is a Guna Brahmana.
Correct.
Abdul Kalam. He has done a great job. He is Guna Brahmana.
Correct.
I'm talking that kind of people.
Right.
Not necessarily you should have all this knowledge.
Right. So
More of sattvic in nature, and they are knowledgeable, called the real Brahmin those days. Even today, it is the same applicable.
yes, the same applicable. So
Maybe Chinmayananda may be in that category.
anybody can be a Brahmana.
Yeah.
Simple.
As
As long
Brahmana. Another is Bhakti Brahmana.
yeah, by birth.
Actually, the sloka says Janmana Jayate.
Correct.
He is like a krimi, like any other animal.
Yeah, but we are taking that, right?
We proudly say I am Brahmin.
That is the problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And for that, we have one symbol also.
Yes.
India flag.
Yeah. But are you willing to give up? No. Anyway, leave it. So now,
Yeah, that's what I said. It is not worth discussing because we are in spiritual.
correct.
This is all. If you do that,
Laukika, you leave it.
Laukika way only.
Yeah. So now coming to the Veda,
Yeah.
if you want to follow the Vedic path or Vedas,
Yes.
Veda is a pramana. You should first try to see out of seven, which teacher, out of the seven rishis, which teacher you want to follow.
Oh.
Right.
Tough.
I know it is tough, but that is how you need to.
I am Kashyapa. I don't know who is Kashyapa and no idea. Only thing is I cannot marry a girl from other Kashyapa.
No, it is, I would say, there's like 394 are from Angirasa, around 700 are from Kashyapa, Mandama, both in Rig Veda and Yajurveda taken together. So you should.
700 from Kashyapa.
Yeah, Kashyapa. So you have to go and read all about Kashyapa, Kashyapa Muni.
No, I read something recently, very interesting.
No, that's correct. So then going into Saptarshi cave in Kailash Mansarovar doesn't make any sense. You can go to that cave, but you will not become Saptarshis. Okay. So this is the basis of thing. So in Shramana Marga, they don't agree with this, that you need to do all of this, because that you lose your valuable life. Correct.
That's right.
So there's no point.
No point in studying even 20 years.
No point, right?
Yeah.
So they say put your Shrama. That is why it is called Shramana Marga. The Marga is
it is not Shravana, it is Shramana.
Shramana, your own effort. Clear?
No, we are talking about
Everywhere you need your own effort.
I know it. Here also you're putting your effort.
No,
But
we said Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. You are
that
not,
is,
you are talking about Shravana.
this marga itself is Shramana,
Oh, oh,
Self-effort.
self-effort.
Without
And if you have seen any Jain car, if you are going on a road, Shri Shri Shramana would have been written. That is the symbol with that swastika. Swastika symbol will be there, and they would have written in Sanskrit or Hindi or whatever, Shri Shri Shramana. What it means is that Shri means auspicious. Shri Shri, auspicious. Most auspicious thing is to put your own effort.
It is everywhere.
Agree, but they put it, but they don't follow. That is separate. That's a separate problem. See, but they'll put that. Okay. If you see on the road a car which has Sri Sri Shramana, you know that he is a Jain. Got it? So he is a Vimal Jain. Let us say that ends with Jain. What it means is that he is from a business community following the Jain philosophy. In that, he is following Mahavira philosophy, and that's all. Clear. So this philosophy does not agree with the Veda philosophy.
where is the conflict? This is not
No,
wrong.
no, nobody said there is something wrong or right or whatever. See, how it is been made to look as that, like even when I was reading Ayurveda, first 3 pages, if I open up and there's Padartha Vijnana. So I was wanting to teach my son and another 4 girls who used to come for class. First and foremost, it says Veda Marga, non-Veda Marga.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it is I think written by these people.
It's got
Making
nothing
us
to do.
to divide.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with that. See, Shad Darshanas are Shad Darshana. 6 ways of seeing.
This is
Darshana
my
means
way, that's your way. It's like copy deep.
no. The meaning of Darshana is to means what? It means you see and experience. There are 6 ways of experiencing it. Not that this equals that. No, no, no. This is good. That is bad. No, there are 6 ways of experiencing. So if you want to say that I am following a Hindu tradition, what it means is that you have to realize self-realization as the goal. There are 6 ways of achieving it.
So no point in comparing, talking about other things.
No, you want to go by
this marga,
Vaisheshika way. You want to go by Vaisheshika way, you go.
It's like going to Mangalore, Hassan route or Mysore route. What's the
Whichever
difference?
route, you are going to
Why
touch
should
there.
they go?
You're going to touch there. It doesn't matter whether 4-lane highway or 1-lane highway or a half a lane highway or 10-lane highway. So where it is going to reach? Mysore, right? Why are you bothered about whether you go from this side to
So
Mysore?
what are we doing now?
I'm asking you the same question. Now I'm coming to that question only.
Explain, so I don't know which we are going.
Yeah. But Guru's job to tell what is the path
For
suitable,
him, it is Veda. Because you don't want to let go of Veda. So you
suitable for each of us.
see, for you especially, if you want Ankara's Marga,
Second.
Vedanta, right?
Yes.
That's the reason it's called Veda Anta. So at the end, the summary of Vedas is what Shankara is.
Yes.
So you have to drop this whole aside and only go for Shankara. If you can do that, you have saved yourself from reading all of this. Got it?
Yeah.
But if you feel that no, I need to do this also and that also, it's not going to work.
I got it. It's like I am going to Kolar for gold. So far I was thinking all that is my gold. Now you are telling separate mud. I think only gold, that is Techagapura.
Exactly. So you don't have to go and search. So much of gold digging is not required.
So sorry, Veda and that one not together.
Just go to Bhima Jewelers, pay money, take the gold or whichever, Malabar gold, this gold, whichever gold, bring it. You have gold.
That is yours.
Okay. So then is Shramana Marga. So in Shramana you have Jina, which is Jain, and Buddha. They both were contemporaries. So that is Mahavira and Gautama. They were contemporary. Clear. So there is a way of checking your progress in Jain. Step by step is there. And then you will also find out whether Kaivalya has been reached or not. The same way is there in Patanjali Yoga Sutra also, the Kaivalya That is, you have the pada. So you have the start with samadhi pada, then sadhana pada, then vibhuti pada. Vibhuti pada, you'll come to know whether this experiment has worked on you or not. And we ended our class with vibhuti pada because we didn't find anything.
Any vibhuti we didn't
There,
find.
there were no gold we could find, and so we left it, right? Because then it is kaivalya. That means you have got the
Yes.
gold, realized the gold. We only got paper. We didn't get anything, so we left it. So if we were to do this, so now Veda is this big,
Yes.
takes lifetime,
Yes.
then shrink it, come to Upanishad, takes many lifetimes,
Yes.
but this is too big.
Yes.
This is shorter. Okay, then still more shrinking. If I were to do, go by whichever Sankhya or this one, that one, or better is Bhagavad Gita. You can finish
Yes.
it within your lifetime
yeah,
only.
yeah.
Okay, so that
Yes.
is the best thing.
Mhm.
If nothing is working out for you, Bhakta.
Omkar.
Bhakta, put one BT. I am married to you. Tell me what I should do. That is good.
That is also same.
That will take you to realization. All these will take you to Mysore or wherever you want to go, or San Francisco.
Today morning I heard something. You have dravya. Dravya is that
Correct.
whatever comes out is dravya for ajna. Namama. So namama, when you say every day you do only that panchabhuta don't bring it. You have something prana. Take prana to uttarayana. That is uttarayana. And you follow that is spiritual journey. But what we do is we always come to dakshina, south order, and we go to dravya. He says that's enough. I think when I see all this our discussion, that be away from the materialistic.
Absolutely. See,
I think that is the common across.
It is common across every philosophy. See, the thing is like this: what you should let go and what you should keep.
Yes.
You should let go of body, mind.
Yeah. So somehow dravya you can keep away, but the mind no.
No, wait
mind
for
somehow it attracts.
no, wait for a second. So at present we are not even letting go of body. Forget about
We
the
don't
mind.
let go anything. We want to possess one. That's today's situation.
Right. So now that is the reason I started. What you want to realize? What is there to realize? The first thing to no. First thing is to realize is I am not able to come out of it.
Correct. That is the reality. But the attachment,
No, but no,
the attachment is not that much what it was earlier.
you leave that but. The but you leave BUT, not BHA. You leave the but. First,
What is but? BHA. Bharatiya.
Oh my God.
he's spinning good.
Good.
Okay, now coming back to this is first I need to realize that I am not able to proceed. First I need to realize. So what is there to realize as self is I realize that I am not able to let go of the self.
Correct.
Simple.
That is understanding.
No, first I need to understand that.
Yes,
I don't think so. We all have understood.
That is
Now, if you were to understand that, can you drop it?
if I understand.
That's what I'm asking you the question now.
Yes.
Otherwise, now I have to go from Shramana Marga, I have to go to this Ajivika.
Shramana is a new learning for me. I was thinking that why you have that mistake of Shramana into Shramana. Now I have understood. Prayatna is required.
No, like she said, Prayatna is required for everything. This big, too small, too small, too small.
Effort only, right?
So what Shankara has done, that is the end of it, is that he has condensed everything to the lifetime.
He gave it as a capsule.
Yes.
We're not taking it.
He shrunk the whole thing, saying that, okay, you don't have to read all of this.
I am giving you capsule.
You just take this.
This is now here.
Take this tablet. But my problem is, I don't want to take the tablet. I want to analyze the tablet. What tablet? From where it came. Did it come from Veda? If it has come from Veda, whether Rig Veda has given it, Yajurveda has given it, which Upanishad, why this way? Crazy fellow, you want your fever to go or you want to analyze this? No, I want to analyze. Exactly. Analyze. And I might become a Shatabdani by analyzing. It my what I can say, I will get piles in my That's all what I'm going to get. I'm not going to get anything except for debating, except for proving something is right and something is wrong. But I'm not going to realize anything. So what I should, if I consider Shankara as my teacher, I should be willing to drop everything for Shankara and go by that. And that is the reason he even made that Moha Mudgara, which is Bhaja Govindam, right? 31 shlokas. If I were to practice all the time, done. I don't even require to go through Viveka Chudamani. And that you agree, but which one you want to do now? Now my question, I come back to this question what you asked just now.
I have Jealousy. Yeah,
That is
it's all
Vidyaranya.
coming under this one.
No, it's not coming under that
It's
one.
not coming under Shankaracharya teaching.
He
My
has
understanding is the same.
wait, Panchadashi, then Drigdrishya Viveka, all these are addendum to
Oh, it
Shankaracharya.
is commentary.
It's commentary, no?
Ah,
He has taken it from there. So now question again. You want to go to the source or you want to go to the summaries,
but
commentaries?
going to the source, you have to travel. No? I was thinking travel is this. Understanding and then going, understanding and going.
See, the more we get deflected, see the basic problem. Are we taking the tattva or not? The first, let us say, I would like to go with Atma Bodha of Shankara. That's all. Finished. I don't require Viveka Chudamani. I don't require Panchadashi. I don't require this and that or whatever. I don't even require Aparoksha Anubhuti. Clear. I only go to Atma Bodha, Atma Tattva. These are the two books of Shankaracharya which will sufficient because all that is there in Viveka Chudamani. So
Elaborated.
it's elaborated.
I
So
have read all that.
You see, but Atmabodha and Tattvabodha are all cryptic.
it's cryptic. So
It
first,
talks about exactly what it is.
no,
What is Jiva, what is Jagattu, like that.
Lata, what I'm trying to tell you is first you have to read the what is required.
No, correct. I understood.
Then wherever you have doubt, go to Viveka Chudamani for elaboration.
Oh, that is better, huh? That approach.
That is how it should be.
Right.
Then I have to revisit all those things.
So now what I'm doing is I'm keeping Upanishad, I'm keeping Veda, I'm keeping everything aside.
Somehow, no.
All these are
heard in
not
my
needed. I
inside
simply feel like laughing.
Shankaracharya has written, says you have to go through three things. That is Prasthanatraya. I was saying that Prasthanatraya is the base for all this. We have to go through that.
No, he is base. If somebody were to ask Shankaracharya,
Oh, it is from
on
that he has,
what basis have you done this?
from that milk he has extracted this.
He would say that if somebody were to refute him,
Yeah.
saying that you are against Veda, he would then say, excuse me, sir, watch your words. I have taken it from Bhagavad Gita. This, and say, oh shit, I have not read it. Please go and read. Okay. Then if somebody were to say you are blaming Upanishad, then he would say, look, I have put this 10 Upanishad. Refute me. Come, we'll have a debate. You open up this Upanishad, I'll tell you. It is for him, not for a person like me.
So he has extracted everything and he brought it here.
What he extracted, you leave it. If somebody were to ask him this question, from where did you get this? He would say Prasthana Traya. One is Upanishad, another one is Bhagavad Gita, another Brahma Sutra. Clear? So if somebody were to tell him, okay, Badarayana you are following, have you understood about Badarayana? He would give every answer to that, right? So a person who is doubting is feeling comfortable. His doubts are cleared. I am doubting Shankaracharya. I am not doubting this Prasthanatraya. Prasthanatraya is for Shankara. So will I first accept Shankara as my teacher? Is the question.
Yes, yes.
So now, if I have to work on
no
that,
doubt in that.
no, for you there's no doubt, but for me there's doubt, right? Let's take.
Actually, you don't have doubt.
I have all doubt, so I'm trying to clarify for myself.
That mark and I should follow.
Okay, let's say I have a doubt in
My second name is that, you understood?
Yes, Subramanya. Okay,
No, second name is
but
that is that.
okay, Advaita.
Subramanya is Brahman.
Yeah.
So,
So
Brahma. Oh, yeah.
Person who knows Brahmanya.
two is good, Brahma. So if you are in a state of Brahman,
You are
you're always
already
good.
yeah.
Anyway, now coming back to this question is, I am following Shankara. Why? If that is the question, because it is coming from Prasthanatraya.
I'm following Shankara. Why? Question. I'll give you two answers.
No, I am talking from my side. Okay. Why am I following? Because I am doing this. Clear.
Yeah.
Now, am I convinced with Bhagavad Gita? Yes, I have read Bhagavad Gita and I'm convinced. Fantastic. Now, 10 Upanishad have I read, understood, digested? Yes, sir. I have understood. Brahma Sutra have I understood? Yes, sir. I have understood. Do I have the Jignasa? Ata Brahma Jignasa. Do I have it? Yes, I have. So instead of reading it separate, why don't I just read one? So who is the teacher who can teach me one? Is Shankara.
Shankara.
So now if I have a doubt that why should I follow Shankara, whether he wrote this or not, he did this or not. Now with this I need to verify if somebody comes with a somebody comes up with the Saundarya Lahari, I need to tell him, show me Prasthanatraya in that. They cannot show. Drop. Let them follow. That's not my problem. Now if somebody comes with the Lalita Sahasranama, then they say it is written by Shankara. Oh, he said, very good.
Maybe another Shankara.
No, wait. No, I don't have to argue. Show me Prasthanatraya in that. No, sir, I don't know what you're talking. Please keep it. That's how I can keep water as water, milk as milk. Otherwise, people will be bringing this is written by Shankara, that is written by Shankara. So I need to do that. If he still argues, I can take Aparokshanubhuti to his face and show him 144 lokas and tell him where this Saundarya Lahari comes here. Show me that, no? He says, no, sir, I don't know what you're talking. Please keep it. So now what happens? I'm not believing Shankara. I have faith in Shankara. So basically, that is what it is all about. Once I have faith in Shankara, that Guru, now everything works. If I am shopping, I will few days I will go here, then I will go here, then I'll go. That means I am still window shopping. Which teacher is good for me? Let me see. That's not going to work. So I have to do that for myself. If you have decided Shankara is your guru, that's all. So you don't have to prove anything to your anyone or to yourself.
Yesterday only I told Sadashiva Smarambham Karamacharya. Sadacharya Parya. Jai Guru.
Okay. so now the question comes: should I, having understood Shankara, should I go to Shramana Marga? Should I go to some other Marga? No, not required. There would be a path which is good. There would be a path which is better. There would be a path which takes me to realization. But I have realized from my own experience that Shankara can give me this. So no change in Guru.
Yeah.
Till I achieve. No need. Do I require to read Veda? No need.
Now no need, because now after this it's very clear that what is available is finally
And that's there. No, you have a whole 4-volume
from
book.
the milk.
So
Pansakshira is over.
no,
Water is separate, the milk is separate.
the problem with us is we want to know how the milk came. What is that problem? Why I should know how milk came? Whether this cow gave? No, that is not this cow. That should have been given by that cow. What was the name of this cow and how it got married to that cow? You want knowledge, right? It's there.
So that's what no, some guru is telling something. Is asking out. What is your name? Say something. Who are your parents? Say some tune. And how do you know they are your parents or your father? How do you know that is your mother? Okay, my mother. How did your mother know? Told. Means you're believing more of the nurse and not me.
Exactly. That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's
I think there's a sloka, no, that Bandhurnamika, that complete when Shankara met Buddha the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Who are you?
Who
Ask.
are you? And he asked, this is what his sloka is.
exactly.
That's the reason he's qualified to be his.
Yeah.
I was not
Exactly.
aware. I thought it came late. No.
No,
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 no.
no.
In the
That is
beginning
what
only.
did he hear at that
Exactly.
place?
So the thing is,
He was already Advaitin.
Yes.
true. So now if I qualify, if I say I'm qualified, what it means is that I am ready to leave Vedas.
We are not even qualified to read Vivek.
Now I say no. How can that be left? Then don't follow Shankara. I doubt whether Shankara would have written this, and it is foolishness because I want to keep this very close to me. There's nothing wrong with that. See what we are doing. I'll tell you. We like what we want to like, and we will find something which will make that liking to be there.
Justified.
I think, my feeling is in this life, we develop some taste like coffee, like that addiction to this spirituality also. One is through our parents because
Right.
they have some information given to us. Another is from this schools and all that. Some level.
Let it be.
Then when we go to all this temple, from there and all, we get something. And we read this newspaper, everything distorted view.
Right.
And finally, it will become some religion. That is something very bad. Actually, we are spiritual seekers, Indians. And we end up with this as a finally religious people.
Right. So after knowing
Yeah.
that, so one thing we need to know for ourselves, not through whatever. So you get a one guru and he says something like I'm telling something to you, but you have to observe for yourself what is working for you, what is not working for you. Then choose the guru out of the gurus. That like if you want to choose Shankara, then you choose Shankara because you have not belief.
See, I have chosen Shankara. That's the reason Shankara sent you here.
No, that is fine. Agree.
And there is no question in that.
No,
it,
but I'm
cannot, it wouldn't have happened otherwise.
okay.
Where
So
is Colonel? Where is PMI? Where is
yeah, I
Shankara?
know. So let us agree that okay, then there should be only one book, just like one DT. You want to keep, you have to keep only one book. So instead of keeping hundreds of books, if you keep Viveka Chudamani as your
Correct.
source, then we come back to Annamaya Kosha. Now you should not have a doubt that why should I look it in a ugly way. This whole topic started because you asked me this question that is there any other way rather than feeling disgusted.
My mind was continuously telling when you are already in a balanced state, why you are again saying it's very great or it's very bad.
No, that's
I was thinking, neutral, forget it, don't have it.
no. If you go by Shankara, then you have to finish that.
I will search for that. Again, through
You read Viveka Chudamani, you finish Annamaya Kosha, and we will get back.
Manana.
Yes.
That is Manana.
Don't just read for the sake of reading.
Try to understand.
Yes. So you first.
Annamaya Kosha is not there in Aparoksha now. It's only here, right?
Yes. In Viveka Chudamani.
Aparoksha
You are
Anubhuti is a little
don't
bit
read
more
Taitariya
higher.
now. Taitariya and here is
Not the
something
same.
different. No, meaning maybe I don't know, but I should not.
No,
Taitariya are only for a nice chanting.
no. Again, that means you are not going to Shankara. If you are reading Taittiriya, you are not going to Shankara. So you have to clarify yourself what you want.
Like, I am coming to ABB, I need something. No? So I am coming to ABB. So if you say don't come to ABB, follow only Taittiriya.
No. What I am trying
Spiritually, I am not following Taittiriya or anything.
No, the
I am
moment.
following like how I am coming to ABB and learning something. Project management. Similar way.
No, it's not like that. If once you get complete clarity and faith on Shankara, you can go and read whatever you want to read.
Okay.
Now, I keep one Taittiriya Upanishad, one this year. I read Bhrigu.
Now that you have told me, I have understood.
Okay. No, I'm wait for a second.
I have not attached any meaning to that.
No, it is automatic. But the moment you start reading, you will start to see why. I don't think so. This also reads like that. This reads like this. So don't confuse yourself. You first finish Annamaya Kosha. Analyze for your own. whether it is disgusting or it's not disgusting. Why has he put about liver and intestine and purisha and the urine, and he says that there's nothing there. Why you should search? And second shloka of this what is that? The Bhajagovinda. He talks about Nari Stanabharanabhi Desham Drishtva Mag. That you analyze. What he says, Manasevi Chintaya Varam Varam. That you will never find in any of the Upanishadic books. Okay. Now I am confused whether this was written by Shankara. Shankara, he will not do it like that, because in Saundarya Lahari he praises so much about the Devi, and he says, don't see like that, and what.
Luckily, I'm not connected with those.
I'm just saying, whoever is connected now, whoever is going to join on online, they might be connected,
Yeah, they are very much connected.
right? So I'm trying to give
If you
you
don't know here Soundarya and what is that?
Lalitas
Lalitas
Sahasranama.
Lalita Sahasranama, you are like not a proper lady in Bangalore.
Not Bangalore. It is you are supposed to. If you are saying Shankara follower, you should know these two,
Oh, it's only for Shankara followers, huh?
because it is
I was not aware.
Not by Shankara at all.
It's not aware.
no.
Sahasranamam is not by Shankaracharya.
Yes, but still they all smarter traditions will have that.
Okay.
Anyway, leave it. So the thing is, what you read or what you don't read is secondary. I need to establish Shraddha with Shankara. That's the ultimate. Okay. So if I have that, then Annamaya Kosha is my starting point. Then I will get Vairagya. With Vairagya, Viveka will dawn automatically. The moment you get Vairagya, Viveka is there. Oh, Brahman Satya Jagat Vitya, I have understood. Right?
This is like going to first standard and reading the first alphabets. Then
Yes.
other things will follow.
Automatically follow. Then you are along with this Viveka, your 6 treasures that will start. Okay? Then you see that there is no point in doing whatever you are doing. Mumukshatva would have already done. That is urgency. Now you have completed your journey. Now you have completed your journey. You are a realized person. Then we can go to 4th volume, which you have stopped. After realization, what is going to happen?
Then do you need that? By then you are already realized.
Okay, 9:42 now. Let's end. So I don't have to go now in detail of Shravana Marga and Ajivika.
Not required. It was given a very good.
And these are the.
Maybe a few classes about Buddhism, if you could talk.
I can do that.
Now question is, when you say that Shankaracharya, now why you are bringing any other topics?
Correct.
Convince her.
Let us stick with one.
Because now develop so much of interest in Microsoft.
You have a lot of videos Vilas has done. You can go and watch those.
I'll share that link.
The problem with Buddhism is we don't have any base to it, so you get lost in it. Doesn't he guide you to go through these
You
videos?
don't have systematic.
I have systematic.
But you should understand, no?
You have to go to these things stuff.
So he has a point. Which one you should? That's how I did. Only after going from one Buddhist video, I really mental concepts. I could feel it crumbling. That's when I realized, oh, what is really meaning of Jagat?
That was never said by Buddha. Leave it.
Who said that?
Leave it. No, the distortions are there in everything.
Yeah. So I think let's focus here on Shankara. Because now you have established and you are trying, and then now you are bringing Buddha means again.
No. It is going to become one khichdi. So let's stick to. Sorry, Shankara. Shankara
Let us
Bharana.
stick to Prachanna Buddha.
Prachanna Buddha. Okay.